What is going on, guys? What is it? You're gonna be hearing probably some voices in the background because we're having a little housewarming party, so that's gonna be great. Tomorrow on Sunday on the 23rd, I'm gonna be doing a Dragon Ball Z playthrough, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait to play through it again, especially playing the new DLCs that have come out over over for the past I think year or so. But anyway. This is why is the rank grind so toxic? And man, I used to partake in this, and bro, this is absolute facts. But I kind of want to question. I question what this person is going to talk about. But anyway, let's go.
Multiplayer games can be toxic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm taking a cigarette break. I hate this game.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I can't play with you. I cannot play with that brain.
Your life is nothing. You serve zero purpose.
You're so bad. You're so bad. This guy doesn't deserve this. I'm right here.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I'm right here. I'm right here. Now. Oh my god.
No matter what you're playing, it always seems like there's that one teammate who thinks their Gold 2 promo match is the VCT final.
Oh my god, what is that gameplay?
Of a lifetime, and I'm just so thankful for everyone, the fans, my friends, family.
Whether it's a support refusing to heal because the tank wasn't able to save them in Overwatch, or an ADC running it down and intentionally feeding in League of Legends, ranked modes seem to bring out the worst in people, and that's without getting into voice and text chat. So why is the ranked experience so frustrating? Why are people so mean?
Oh yes, good job, you reject.
And the real question, is there a way to fix it? Today, that's what we're going to.
I won't lie to you. Last night, last night on stream, I was reacting to a bunch of Rage compilations, and bro, people were going insane, especially on pubs. Dude, if people are reacting to this on some of them on just regular, like regular just casual games, bro, imagine the ranked games.
Explore.
I'm pretty sure some of them were ranked anyway.
Perfection isn't good enough.
But
I wonder
Jesus
what they
Christ.
think when they see me.
Your life is as valuable as a summer ant.
Your life had no value. There is nothing for me.
You kiss your mother with that mouth?
So bad. So bad.
Yourself now.
Fucking trash, motherfucker. Fuck you.
It hurts so good.
Ranked. Yes. It sucks. Yes.
Okay.
Now, maybe for some of you who may question, oh, what is it? Maybe some of you was like, oh, Draam, what did you play? What is it? What was your ranked game? My ranked game that I used to play a lot, which was Gears of War 4 specifically. Kind of 5, but Gears of War 4 was my game, bro. And I'll be honest with you, there's a reason why I kind of slowed down on playing ranked games. Because they would get pretty bad. Not to the point things would break, but yeah, it would get pretty bad.
Okay, so what is ranked? And why does basically every game on the market have a competitive mode?
Yes.
For players, ranked is a way to get an idea of your current skill level. It helps you track your growth as you climb through various ranks,
Every
and
game
makes
basically
games
has
more
it.
exciting by putting something on the line.
Stop! Stop! Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
As an added bonus, it also lets you compare yourself to your friends and can be the source of some serious bragging rights. For game developers, ranked is a way to keep players engaged. Most ranked modes reward players with cosmetics based on their rankings at the end of the season, like the Victorious skin line in League of Legends, or Rocket League rewarding players with trails and titles based on their rank. It's also a great way for games with professional scenes to track data of what.
Yes, I like games that actually keep it worthwhile to actually for you to keep doing ranked. But there's some games that give you just like basically nothing.
What champions are popular, which ones are overpowered, and which ones need buffs.
As do I.
Not biased at all.
In a perfect world, ranked systems would accurately show players their skill level, and that's it. This is called matchmaking rating, or MMR for short. It's the system that matches players against each other based on their skill level. It's like ELO in chess, where gains and losses are proportional to the skill gap between you and your opponent.
Yes.
Beat a grandmaster, your ELO is going to skyrocket. Lose to a small child who still calls the knight horsey, your ELO is going to plummet. It's a simple system, and it's damned effective. The big difference between MMR and ELO, at least in virtually every modern game, is that MMR is hidden. What is shown instead can be a number of things.
I've always questioned, okay, now he says that is an interesting thing. What is the difference between ELO and MMR?
Arbitrary point system based on that hidden MMR, tiered divisions like bronze, silver, and gold, or just a giant number, the meaning of which is almost impossible to decipher. Tiers and divisions are by far the most popular ranked system, but not all tiers are created equal. In Overwatch, your rank would only change every 7 wins or 20 losses, and then they changed it to 5 wins and 15 losses, and now they're getting rid of it altogether.
Oh wow!
League of Legends used to use a promotion series.
So does that mean that you're gonna see people who are a bit more scrubby on higher ranks now, basically?
To gatekeep advancing through tiers. But regardless of what costume you put on the ranked system, there's a fundamental issue. The wants and needs of the developer are very different than those of the player.
So it could end up actually impacting how much they play the game if there is no incentive for them to actually show something off. So while I agree that it would be definitely healthier in a way for them not to be chasing numbers, chasing medals, chasing whatever it is that's keeping them away from things like single player games, you have to think about how much they're actually going to stick around to play it, and that might not be something that companies really want to look at in a way.
That was Dr. Natalie Coyle, who has a PhD in mental health research and studies.
Yes, this is actually true. There has been a lot of research on how to keep players, incentives, and to keep playing games, even spend money on games. That's the reason why that back in 2016, 2017, loot boxes were so rampant back in the day, because there were a lot of research on how to keep players into essentially spending money on basically nothing. Well, skins and things like that. Well, some games, I mean, we all know the infamous Battlefront 2, how that one, basically sold you skill cards, within loot boxes, and you could just buy the loot boxes. I mean, that was awful, that was crazy back then. But yeah, other games even follow suit. I think one of them was one of the Need for Speed games. I forgot which one it was, but whatever that is. But yeah, many other games follow suit with selling skins and all that stuff. Hell, even recently, by this recording, Overwatch re-implemented is loot boxes, but so far what I've seen, you can't really buy them right now. Would they ever give you the potential of buying them? Probably.
It's the psychology of video games. Essentially, tiered rank systems encourage players to grind and grind and grind to reach their desired rank, often at the expense of their own enjoyment of the game.
Yeah,
playing this game online is so bad for your health. I can feel it in my neck. Oh my god. Right in my neck, where the clavicle connects to the duodenum. Oh my god, that's where the pain is.
Are those actual words?
Say, I want to go off and play Final Fantasy 16, but I can't because I feel obligated to chase the higher number in a competitive game. So it kind of plays into that way, that they're not maybe enjoying the game as much as someone should be.
So, right off the bat, we can see that the design of ranked systems can be highly addictive. But that doesn't fully answer
okay, I'll go back a couple seconds. But the thing that is true is that the other thing that is true is that there are games that do automatically have ranked built into it. I think one of the ones that I can specifically remember is Dead by Daylight. It basically has built-in ranked, which is understandable why, but I kind of would want to see how that game would play out if it didn't have ranked, if it just had, you just matchmake and see how that goes. I think there's a reason why that game has matchmaking, or at least ranked in it, because to differentiate, which ones are good players and which ones are bad players. I have definitely seen the skill gap between a Ash or Bronze player compared to like a Gold or an Ebony player. it's very different the way how these all these different ranks of how they play.
So, right off the bat, we can see that the design of ranked systems can be highly addictive.
Yeah.
But that doesn't fully answer the question of why it can be so toxic. If you ask any ranked player what they hated most about climbing the ladder, one of the top answers will likely be the toxic teammates they encountered along the way. You know, the teammates who would rather blame the mistakes of others than work together and actually win the game.
I guess I don't get to play the game. Yeah, don't worry. It's okay. I don't care. No problem.
A study done by Paul J.C. Adachi and Tina Willoughby at Brock University linked aggressive behavior with competitive video game. Quote, consistent with the general aggression model, we demonstrated that physiological arousal may be a mechanism through which video game competitiveness influences aggressive behavior. Basically, it boils down to two things: a player's intrinsic motivations versus their extrinsic motivations. In other words, whether their desire to win comes from within or from factors without. A player who is intrinsically motivated will be focused on self-improvement, learning from their mistakes and working towards being better than they were yesterday. Generally, intrinsically motivated players have a healthier relationship with competition. Players who are extrinsically motivated are the ones who get toxic. Their motivations hinge on getting a higher rank, caring about how they're perceived by their peers, and winning, regardless of if they played well or not.
Do you think there'll be people that be a little bit of both? Like, there are people who would, you know, who do go out of the way to self-improve, but also go out of the way, but also wanting to get to get higher numbers and things like that. I'm pretty sure both exist. Both the it sounds interesting.
The result is the only thing that matters. So, every time they lose or drop in rank, they feel negative emotions, regardless of how well they or their team actually played. For those who don't have any competitive outlet other than video games, it can be hard to keep those emotions bottled up.
Unfortunately, and that is kind of where you get the full extent of people's emotions, because that could be the thing that they attach value to. I don't feel that I'm very good at X, Y, and Z, but I feel like I'm good at this game. And if this is the only thing that I think that I'm good at, and that thought is being jeopardized, then I'm going to become quite emotional.
For these players, chasing that emotional high of winning games and being promoted is one of diminishing returns, and can quickly become an addiction. Often, these players become hyper-competitive, experience high stress and burnout, and even damage their social lives outside of the game. In a report for the National Center of Mental Health in Schools and Student Learning Supports, Daniel Fu, a student at UCLA, describes a change in his brother's behavior. Quote, during his grind to diamond, he put off doing homework, he skipped classes due to late nights of gaming, and he appeared emotionally unstable when he lost too many games and got demoted a few ranks. Additionally, the more games he lost, the worse he played. This, however, only made him want to play more or either break even or not get demoted. He was in a vicious cycle where he put more and more time into the game.
Yeah, there it is.
And this made him feel terrible about himself.
Yes, I have seen plenty of people who do this as well. And the crazy thing is that the amount of people that do this is insane of the frequency of the amount of even though they can't climb up, they hate the fact that they are going down. So yes, many will go out of the way just for them to climb back up where they were, maybe even a little bit less or a little bit more. But as long as it's not like a total a total loss, then they will do anything to keep that, even if it means sacrificing hours of sleep. 100%. I've seen this happen multiple times.
Experience is common among many gamers. I think most of us have a friend or have personally been in this vicious cycle. It's well documented, it's evident across the board, and it's a product of intentional design. Much like a gambling addiction, players look for that next hit of dopamine, that next win to affirm their self-worth. And the more they feel stuck, the greater the desire to break free, and the more the game consumes them. For game devs, this is great. League of Legends has around 3.5 million active players every day. If I was Riot, and these players were coming back day in and day out, I wouldn't care if they're playing because they're having fun.
It's a way to keep player retention.
Or if it's because I've created this artificial feedback loop which lowers their self-esteem to the point where winning a game is the only way they can feel good about themselves. As a company, If all they think about is my game, that's a big win. Unfortunately, there's no one answer of how to improve the ranked experience. Every player has different motivations for playing, and at the end of the day, it's up to each individual player to figure out if their relationship is healthy or not. Are you tilt queuing at 2 a.m. on a school night? Yeah. Are you having fun doing it? Maybe. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it is good to introspect and think about why you're playing.
Think about this. Many of you using ranked out there now are under 18. Do you realize that at 18, you have lived only 1/4 of your life? When you're using ranked, you're only cheating yourself out of the chance to find out who you really can be. And believe me, if you don't use ranked, you can just about be anything you want to be.
So what are some things we can do? For starters, it's important to understand that competitive drive and intensity are all hardwired into us as humans, and we can harness it in different ways. It's easy to focus on what your teammates are doing. Get mad at them, get frustrated because they're not doing what you would do, but no matter how much you type, or grief, or intentionally feed, the actions of your teammates are out of your control. So, instead of focusing on them, try focusing on yourself. Your actions are the only thing that are in your control, and even if a game looks unwinnable, you...
Jesus Christ, dude. Just seeing that gameplay of League. Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, he died a bunch of times, dude. Some guy. I don't even know
still
who.
Perform your job to the best of your abilities and find success regardless of if you win or lose.
I win.
It's important to treat yourself well. Finding a healthy balance between intrinsic and extrinsic motivations is the key. Step back and ask yourself, why am I playing? Identify holes in your game that you can improve on. Be conscious of how you interact with other players. And remember that your rank is not a reflection of your worth.
They are the people who strike the perfect balance between enjoying the game, enjoying playing it, enjoying practicing it, enjoying finding out more about it, and just enjoying the satisfaction of seeing the number go up. And if the number goes down, no problemo, we'll get that number back.
Yeah.
If all else fails, just remember, it's okay.
But the true question is that who's the one experiencing that? Is it the person who, what is it, who doesn't mind that they're losing, and within that, you know, and what is it, that they want to improve their gameplay more, or is it the one who, what is it, or is this in the mindset of the person who hates, who doesn't like the fact that they are losing, and seeing their MMR, what is it, lower and lower and lower, and that's because of that, it's making them more worse. Something tells me that it's the other one instead of the one who is what is it, the ones who actually wants to learn and adapt and to practice more better to get better at the game than the one who is mainly focused on climbing up a rank specifically. I mean, both are doing the same thing, right? Both want to climb, but the objectives, their goals, is completely different than what is it than from each other.
To end on a loss, you can step away from the screen and come back later. After all, you're playing a video game, and video games are meant to be enjoyed.
I would just really encourage people to think about whether or not they're having fun right now. That is my number one thing. If you feel obligated to grind ranked, if there are games you want to play, but you don't because you feel obligated to grind ranked, please play those games. Please take a break, because you will definitely find yourself burning out.
So don't blow it. Don't do ranked.
Yeah, that's
true. If you're doing it, stop it. Get some help.
Action Esports.
I want you to give yourself a chance to find out all the wonderful things you really can be. And so do I.
Michael Jordan. Hell yeah, this great.
Video is made possible thanks to our wonderful patrons. Massive thank you to everyone on this list, and shout out to B, Pass, Retro, Shampoo, and Yashichi for being platinum supporters. And an
hell yeah, Shampoo, let's go. Let's go.
Extra special shout out.
Damn, I won't lie, man. That's what we need at whenever we do rank sessions. That's what we need at the end, 100%. But I'll be honest with you, yeah, it is true that that this incentive into people into playing ranked all the time. That's kind of the reason why for me I don't really do ranked games, because I just play it. I just play it normal, and it's fine. If you are the person that wants to play the ranked games, wants to see the number go up, or you want to get better at it, it's absolutely fine. I do the same thing. I would like to see my myself improve and things like that. There was a moment in time where I did look up almost everything that was what is it? Things that were the maximum range efficiency, even the spread. Of what is it? Even the spread of what is it this is primarily in Gears of War 4 when the hipfire was the hipfire spread between when it's being hip shotted or even or even aim shot, even even how many shots took to to down someone, or even the range effectiveness of between regular shots or active reloaded. It was all these things, man. It was all these things that I did a lot of research on, especially even the devs explaining some of the way how some of these things will work. I even watched those too and practice on those as well. Even and that's just the shots. I'm not talking, and also I'm not even talking about the movement as well, the wall bouncing and things like that. It was even insane back then as well. The wall bouncing in Gears of War 4 was so goddamn good that it just wasn't even replicated in Gears of War 5. I don't know why. It was just so much more slower, which I hated so much. That's the reason why I didn't really get into ranked in Gears of War 5, because it was just the problem was that they made Gears of War 5 a default a ranked game. Like they wanted everyone to play Gears of War 5 or Gears 5 as if they're playing ranked, which is like, no. The reason why that both played in Gears of War 4, both versions of the game of playing pubs and ranked play different is because the way how the guns would perform were different. You know, the Lancer did did more damage, or it did or had more or it was even more tighter and spread, and and all those things. Even the Gnasher, the shotgun, the lever action shotgun, the Gnasher, and some of the other weapons perform differently, and for good reason. There's a reason why they did. And so seeing that even back in the day, even seeing that in Gears of War 5, they just want to make everything as a whole of a collective of basically having the same stats. I understand why they wanted to change it, but I think the reason why that they should have it just completely wild and more fun and enjoyable is because statistically the guns were just more fun when they're just straight up overpowered. And in ranked, it did the TTK or time to kill was more slower in a ranked, for good reason too, because every kill, every shot, even positioning mattered so much in ranked, especially when you did escalation and such. That's the reason why. That's the reason why, personally, for me, I slowed down so much on playing ranked, because I know this firsthand. And for some of you who may question how high I was in ranked, I never got to diamond in Gears of War 4, but I did get to Onyx, which was, and bro, seeing people in Onyx, and even I've gone against diamonds. I'm like, bro, these guys are insane. But anyway, enough with my rambling. What is it? You guys can put in the comments what game did you play that made you think, hey, what was your game that you did ranked so much, and maybe even made you even really toxic and such, or maybe even that was the game that was like, hey man, I gotta step back and do some other things or something like that, or whatever, anything like that. But anyway, I really hope that Gears of War kind of goes back to the way how Gears of War 4 was. I really did enjoy it. It was fun. That's the thing. I've learned so much from doing ranked and Gears of War 4, especially the research and everything. It was fun, man. It was one I did really enjoy. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hopefully you guys don't get too toxic while grinding ranked games. But anyway, all you guys have a good one. Oh, and remember, this Sunday tomorrow, on the 23rd, around 5-ish or 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, I'll be doing a Dragon Ball Z Kakarot playthrough, so don't miss out on that. You could check on on my Twitch. I believe it's on my profile. Or if not, then you could just go to TTV? What's it called? TTV slash DraamVT, and you can find me right there. But anyway, all you guys have a good one. Peace.